Hello guys, this is the fourth part of taming inverse response. And in the last session, we had seen that in case we have a boiler, and in the boiler, in that case, for some reason, if the outflow suddenly increases, that increase in outlet reduces the pressure over here, and the reduction in pressure makes the bubble grow in number as well as in size, resulting in increase in level for a short period of time, and this process is known as swelling. So this swelling resulted in what we call it as inverse response, and in this session we shall be dealing with how to take care of this kind of inverse response, whether be it in the form of swelling or just the opposite of it, whether be it in the form of shrinking. So this is the conventional control of boiler drum level. Here you can see we have a drum level sensor, and this drum level sensor is nothing but a kind of differential pressure sensor. And you know that the differential pressure is given by rho g h. So h is nothing but the height of the level over here. This is differential pressure, you can say, over here. And here rho is the density, and this density is dependent upon the pressure over here. So whatsoever is the pressure of the drum is also measured along with the differential pressure over here, and this pressure over here, the absolute pressure, is taken into account for density correction. So these two sensors primarily are nothing but they are computing the level of the drum over here in this boiler. It's a simple conventional control, and if the level over here decreases, then we have a PID control. It opens the valve to increase the feed water, and it tends to make level up. So this kind of boiler is a simple conventional boiler, and this is known as single element control. Why it is called single element control? Because you can see over here you have a single controller, and this controller is monitoring the level, and if the level is going down, it's increasing the feed water. In the level is going up, it's decreasing the feed water. It is not taking care of anything like we have any change in the water flow which is taking place over here. It's monitoring the water flow, but it is not taking into account if at all there is any change in the water flow over here. This feedback is not monitoring this water flow. This feedback is not taking care of any shrinking or swelling on account of the sudden changes in steam outflow. It is simply taking care of the level over here by making use of this single controller, and that is why it is called single element controller. It is having only one element. Now we will go in for from single element to double element, we call it as two element controller, and finally three element controller. We will see how our level of control, it increases, it becomes more sophisticated, it's taking care of other kind of disturbances as well as it is taking care of the inverse response. Friends, what we see over here is a two element controller, because what we have seen that in addition to what was there earlier, we had only a single controller over here. Now we have two controllers. This, friends, we had already told you, is a kind of cascade control, and in cascade control this is called the inner loop, and this inner loop is also sometimes called slave. So it is called slave because it has a master. So this controller is a master and this controller is called slave because the output of this master becomes the input of this slave controller. The output of this is the change in set point of the input of this inner controller. So what we see over here, that it is going to take care of two things. First, as it was happening earlier, that in case the level over here is going, let us say it's going down, then in that case this PID controller asks this PID controller to increase the flow rate. Earlier this PID controller was directly coupled to this valve. Now it is not directly coupled to it, rather it is giving command to its slave or secondary PID controller to increase the flow rate. This has one hidden advantage. The advantage is that in case for some reason, even if there is no change in level over here, for some reason, let us say this feed water flow rate reduces, then this reduction in feed flow water is taken care by the secondary slave, and this valve opens and increases the flow rate much before its effect is felt by level. So this level is not changed and this disturbance is taken care by this secondary controller. So this is a kind of secondary controller, you can say slave controller or cascade controller. So this was the first element, this is the second element which we have added, and that is why this is called two element control. So you can see the two elements are, first of all you have this controller which was there earlier also. This was in the one element or single element controller, but along with it you have the secondary control, the cascade control, and that is the second element controller that is going to take care of any changes in feed flow. For some reason it's increasing or decreasing, it's taking care even before it's felt by the level. So this is taken care by the second element. Friends, you see, even in this two element controller, the changes which are taking place on account of sudden changes in the outflow of the steam, that is the shrinking or the swelling, are still not taken care in this element. Therefore this two element control is not capable of reducing or ca- capable of taking care of the inverse response, and therefore we have to go in for the three element controller as will be shown shortly. This, my dear friends, is the three element controller, and here we have taken care of additional steam flow function block. You can see this is the additional steam flow function block. This is added in between this and this. Any change in level, any change in level over here was taken care earlier by this PID controller, which was giving command to the secondary PID controller. But now this additional steam flow function will ensure that in case the level is increasing, in case the level is increasing and it is on account of swelling, and that swelling is on account of reduced pressure, and the reduced pressure is on account of increased steam flow outlet. So if the steam flow outlet increases and that results in the reduction in pressure and that results in the swelling, so that swelling factor will be monitored by this steam flow outlet, and this function will be taking care that this level increase is not the actual increase in level, but it is because of swelling. Therefore it will not allow this PID controller to reduce the flow on account of swelling. This is what we wanted. We never wanted the feed water controller to reduce the flow thinking that the level has gone up. It has identified the cause for this is actually swelling. So instead of, in normal conventional control, if the level increases, the inlet of feed water it reduces, but this has understood that it's on account of swelling, and the inflow should not reduce, rather the inflow should increase in anticipation of the level going down because of increased steam flow. So this third element is going to take care of the swelling part, and inversely it's going to take care of the shrinking part also. So this three element control will take care of the swelling part as well as the shrinking part. Therefore, it is not only going to identify the inverse response, the cause of inverse response, but will also be able to tackle it well. And this steam flow function block, it needs to be tuned properly. It can be tuned by an experienced boiler engineer, or it can be tuned by taking care of its modeling as we had done in the previous videos. So friends, what we have seen in this three element controller, this is the three element controller, wherein you can see this is the first element, the conventional element, and along with the conventional element we have the second element, which is making it as the cascade control. It's taking care of any disturbance in the water flow before its effect is felt by the level. And finally, we have the third element on account of steam flow. It's taking care of the shrinking, it's taking care of the swelling, it's taking care of the inverse response, and that's how the level control achieved in this manner is much more optimal, is much more improved and sophisticated, and leads to much lesser tripping of the boilers. So this three element controller is very popular in almost all the industries which I have gone in for. It's making use of this three element controller, which is tuned normally by the experience, and even I was able to get hold of it and used to tune it in the food industry I worked earlier. And this is a really good concept of taming the inverse response in chemical process industries, especially in case of boilers. So all these three elements are finally are able to take care of the inverse response. We have seen that ultimately the swelling and the shrinking of the boiler is taken care by adding all these three elements together and tuning them properly. Friends, in case you have any queries related to taming of inverse response, we have gone in for all these four videos. You can contact me through any of the means, through telephone, through WhatsApp, through Zoom sessions or face-to-face sessions. And in case you have any queries or observations, feel free to contact me and to be in touch with me. Stay safe. Thank you so much and enjoy learning. Bye bye.